Good morning there. It's Wednesday morning, YouTubers. I'll tell you what, when I got up this morning, it was 12 degrees. And it's still only about 13 or 14 degrees outside the workshop. So, I decided I'd take my buddy's Spirit of the Outdoors. I know you people know Justin Peden. I'll take Justin's advice. By the way, if you're not watching Justin's channel, go on over and watch him and subscribe, because you'll get some really good videos from Justin. So I got an inside job I'm doing here this morning. What I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm going to make a hammer handle. Somebody asked me the other day how to make a hammer handle. So I'm going to show you how I do it. It's really simple, and this is not going to be a very long video, okay? I'm going to shoot a few close-ups of the steps that I take to get this hammer handle made. So I got a piece of hickory. It's pretty well seasoned. I cut it last fall. It's been in the workshop, split out. I ribbed out a piece this morning. And what you want to do is you want to look at the grain. Let me get you right in there close. The grain in your piece of wood is running this direction. So you don't want your hammer handle running that direction. You want your hammer handle running this direction, okay? So first thing we're going to do is we're going to flatten this out on top, and then we'll lay the pattern out on it. So I'm going to take a horseshoe rasp. I hope that's not too shaky for you guys. It's probably going to be. Now you all, we're going to make a carpenter's hammer handle here, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to try to take this hammer and make a handle for it, okay? So I shorten it up some, but here's basically what I did. And you know what? That was just about exactly the right length right there for that. So that'll work. So now, you know, if you don't have any pattern to do it with, then you're just going to have to guess at it, you guys. So here's what I'm going to do. Now you can see that I've got this pattern. I hope you all can see that. I've got it drawn out on here, right? This is critical kind of stuff right here if you want it to come out right. Now, what I'm going to do off camera, you guys, is I'm going to do a whole lot of grinding down to this line. Well, I'll do some of it on camera, okay? Because there's a lot of wood to remove right there. But I'll start up here. Now you all try not to leave any heartwood in these handles, okay? Because that's not going to be good for your handle. All right, you all take that thing as best you can. So here is the, let's see, let me get this wrong. Yeah, this is the end that the hammerhead's going to be on, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to try our best to just size it up for center, okay? Right there. You don't really have to use a straight edge. Just take your fingers, stick it right up against there, hold that pencil where you want it to do, and just let your finger be the guide. And it'll follow the contour of your piece of wood. So I can see that it's a little bit crooked on this end. And we're going to have to fix that just like this right here. Because this ain't really that hard to do. Going to make an axe handle. You do the very same thing, you guys. All right, now what do we want to do next? We want to measure this hole for this hammerhead. So we know that we've got the outside dimensions right here. Just like that right there. But what we want is the inside dimension so that we can bring it down to that hole, okay? So that's what we're going to do right there. And we're going to mark it to the distance that it goes. We know that these lines have to come down to right here. All right? It looks like about 1 1/8 inches, you all. So that's what we'll shoot for right here, okay? From right here, we're just going to move over just a fuzz. Make that line, and then we're going down here to 1 1/8 inches. And just eyeball that down through there, because now what we're going to do, you guys, is we're going to take us a handsaw and we're going to saw that out right there, okay? So what I do, you all, is I pick up old hammers. People give them to me, and I like to restore the things if I possibly can, and I like to make a handle for them. And that it won't take too much whittling to get this thing to go down right on this handle, on this hammerhead right here, you guys. See that? So now what we'll do, we'll go around here and we'll work the pattern down around, you know, for our hammer handle head. All right, you all, at this point, very carefully, take you some wood down. Sorry about that, you guys. Take it down. Make sure you do it equally. I'm still just a little crooked here, but I'm just going to let that slide. Don't go the full depth of your hammerhead, okay? You want to be able to drive your wedge in there, but not split it down here at the bottom, okay? I didn't get that cut down there just quite far enough. My measurement wasn't just right. I wasn't paying attention. I didn't get that down there just far enough, and I had a little bit of looseness, okay? So what I done was I made wedges to take up that space. But what I think I'm going to do for this particular hammer is I'm going to forge me a wedge, a metal wedge to drive in this, okay? Because that's another way to do it. But if you're putting a wooden wedge in, let me tell you something that'll save you a whole lot of grief. Make sure that you put you some glue on that wooden wedge when you drive that thing in there. That way that stuff ain't never slipping out, okay? Because anybody knows that over time, hammer heads and all that kind of stuff, they're going to dry out, particularly in whatever, whatever situation you got them in. A good dry shop, if you got any moisture in your wood, I don't care, store-bought hammers come loose, okay? All right, you all, at this point, all you got to do is take you some sandpaper. Once you've got it the way that you want it to look, and what I like about custom handles, especially if you're the one that's going to be using it, make that thing to fit your hand. Now, you see that little bit of a curve right there? I've seen old-fashioned hammers with them curves in them. And I didn't do that on purpose, but check this out right here. You know what that does for you? And I've heard this before. It's ergonomically better to use. It's easier on your wrist instead of that straight handle. I've seen a lot of knife maker hammers where they use riveters. They've got a little crook in that handle back here. So I'm going to leave that right in there. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, you don't have to do this, you guys, but the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the propane torch and I'm going to blacken this hammer right here, because that'll stop, for one thing, bugs that like to eat these hickory handles. It'll stop bugs from going in, and then after I blacken it, I'll show it to you, and we'll put some linseed oil on that hammer handle right there. And then we'll drive a stinking nail with it. So you all those things that lots of them they come fire hardened. They just go through a furnace and do that, okay? Me and you ain't gonna do it that way. All right, next thing we're gonna do, you guys, is put some linseed oil on this hammer. Take you some double-aught steel wool. Rub it right into your handle. Now, for you people out there that's got antique hammers, you want to go authentic, I just showed you how to do it. You definitely want to test that thing, make sure it ain't going to break, you guys. You don't want that thing coming off there and hurting somebody. That ain't going to break. All right, everyone, that's the way you do it right there, okay? A hammer handle from a piece of hickory, scratched, laid out, and put on a hammer. I think that turned out reasonably good. It's got a really good feel to it. Like I said, make it to fit your hand if you're the one that's using it. Some of these things that you get just don't fit your hand just as good, because I got a big old hand anyway. And some of these little skinny handles, they wear you out trying to drive nails with them. Anyway, y'all, that's how you do it. This hammer right here, you guys, needs to be refaced. What I mean by that, it needs to be taken and you take it over to that sander and sand that down square again. You can see where this has been Somebody has beat rocks and everything else with this hammer right here. It's good steel, though. It's a good old hammer. But anyway, you all, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. There's another storm coming in here Friday. Hope you guys are just taking really good care of yourself and everybody else. With that, you all, may the good Lord bless you. Have yourself a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.